Okay, we're on Baba Batra, Perek Chet Mishnah Vav, sixth Mishnah, in the eighth chapter of Baba Batra. So now we're going to talk about bequeathing and who's a member of the family and who's not. Says the person, now, Omer Zebini Ne'eman. The guy says, this is my son and he should inherit with me. Or, Biftoret Ishto Min Yibum. I have a son, and therefore, if he's dying and they want I have a son, so therefore my wife doesn't have to have a levirate marriage, Yibum, with my brother. Because I have a child already. Ne'eman, a person is reliable to say that this is his son. Let's dedicate our learning. Me and my father, Rav Simcha Ben Yitzchak Kalman. Okay, so we'll go back to our family chart. Yaakov comes along and says, I have a son, Reuven. Okay, or let's do it the other way. Reuven comes along and says, Carmi is my son. Let's reanimate all of them. Okay. Yaakov comes along and says, Carmi is my son. I want you all to know, you never met him before, but I have a son named Carmi. I was married before you guys were alive, etc., etc. So, Mazel Tov. Okay, very good. Okay, they never heard of Carmi. They only knew of Chanuch, Palu, and Chetzon. So Yaakov is Reuven is Neman to say, this is my son, Ze B'ni. Ze Achi, Eino Ne'eman, V'notel Imo B'chalko. Okay, let's take the other way around. Let's leave. The bartender is going to say, let these guys on the side. Reuven has two sons, Chanoch and Palu. So now Palu comes along and says, oh, by the way, we have another brother named Chetzron. And Chanoch is like, I never heard of Chetzron. I don't know who he is. You know who Chetzron is. I never heard of this guy. He's not our brother. And the father doesn't have anything to say. He says, Palu says, no, he's my brother. So the Mishnah says, Notel imo bechelko. He takes with him bechelko in his portion. What does that mean? So there are two brothers, as we said. So now Reuven dies. Okay, Palu is like, well, what about Chetzron? Chanoch is like, what about Chetzron? Who's that guy Chetzron? They have three. So now these two guys, right? We know that they're sons of Reuven, and Palu says Chetzron is also a son of Reuven. So they have three fields to divide up. Okay, Zenotel Sadeh Umechta, V'Zenotel Sadeh Umechta. So each one, Chanoch gets a field and a half, and Palu gets a field and a half. Now, Palu really thinks though that he should get a field and a half. He thinks that Chetzron should get one of the whole fields, half of mine and half of Chanoch's. So therefore, Zeh Shemeid al Hasafek Shu Echav Noten Lo Chatzi Sadeh. So Palu he took one and a half. They took three, and they divided it. Okay, Palu gets one and a half. Palu gets let's add the field as a visual aid. Okay, so we said they have three fields. Here we go. Magic a video. They have three fields. Each one, these guys get one and a half. Because remember, we don't know Chetzron. Only Palu knows Chetzron. These guys get one and a half. And now Palu really thinks, no, but Chetzron should get a whole field. So for sure, Palu himself agrees that Chetzron should get his half a field. Chanoch is like, I don't know who you are. Prove to me that you're my brother, and then you should get three fields, and we divide it three ways. But you can't prove it, so sorry, you don't get the extra field. I'm keeping my field and a half. That's the way it's divided up. The guy who testified on the third brother, that he's really his brother, gives him half of a field. Then the third brother and the first brother, whatever, Chanoch here said, doesn't give him anything. The Amar Lei says, Havei Ra'aya, Ushakal, bring me a proof that you are my brother. Fine, then you should take. But if you don't prove it, I don't have to believe the testimony of my brother. Mate, the third brother, if he dies, Yachzeru nechasim b'mkoma. Okay, so if the third brother dies, if Chetzron now dies, so what happens to the half field? Let's kill off Chetzron. What now happens to his half field? It goes back to Palu. But now of course, what's Chanoch going to say? Chanoch will say, hey, he's my brother. I should get half of his half field. No. You didn't think he was your brother, so you don't get half of the half field. Okay, b'mkoman kulamash misha not namna. The other brother can't say now, oh no, he's our brother. You said he's our brother. We should get part of the field. Let's say before Chetzron dies, he inherits a bunch of other fields. He inherits a bunch of other property. Who should inherit him then? Then the Mishnah says, Yershu Echabimo. Then the other brothers do inherit him with him. In this case, why? Because now they agree, like that, meaning. If before they now they agree that they're his brothers. That's only about to do says if they didn't deny it, and they didn't say you're not my brother, but rather, okay, even though they didn't say you're not my brother, they said we don't know you. But if they said, if Chanoch originally said, Chetzron is not my brother, he's not that he doesn't say, I don't know him, he's not my brother. If Chetzron then inherits a ton of money and then dies, Chanoch doesn't get any portion of his money. Okay? Only the brother who says these are brothers. New case. Say daitiki kshura yirecha. A person who dies and sees a daitiki. Daitiki is a kind of an executive, it's a last will, but a gift before death. Daitiki. Tzavaat shchid meira. Shchid meira is a halachic term for a person on his deathbed. Shchid meira. Lying, meira, bad. Okay? So it's a last bequeathing before he dies. Ulashon daitiki. What is daitiki? Da tehe lemekam ulahabe. This should be lemekam to be fulfilled. Shura yirecha. It's tied to his hip. Okay? They didn't give it to anybody. Okay? Nobody gave it to him. It's not belongs to somebody. So he died. And they found this thing tied to him. Because it's a contract. The contract has to be executed beforehand. Zikaba la'acher. But if he gave it to somebody else, he gave the daitiki to say, in this is written, I want my property to be given to X, Y, and Z. And he says, I want you to make this, to take a kinyan, to accept it on behalf of my children, or who I'm giving it to, on behalf of the recipients. Zikaba la'acher. He gave it to another person. Bein mina yoshim, bein sheino mina yoshim. Even though whether that person, that third party, is an inheritor or not, dvarav kayamim. Then we know that the person accepted the shtar on behalf of the people written in the shtar, written in the contract, and therefore his words are upheld, and you fulfill the will, you fulfill the contract, you fulfill the daitiki, this last will, as it's written, and it's executed as if he was given before he died. All right, we already did education, so have a good day.